our next feature of the evening here on Fabco and Whitesboro Plow Shop night here at the Can-Am Speedway. It will be your Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Dirt Car Small Block Modifieds. 25 laps will be the distance for your Modifieds here this evening. They're getting lined up over here. Had to reshuffle the lineup a little bit coming off the top of turn number 4, so they pulled them out of the pit area a little bit, but get everybody lined right up. We are ready to go once again with your Whitesboro Plow Shop 358 Small Block Modifieds getting ready to roll here. Again, 25 laps will be the distance. So the Modifieds are going to roll off the top of turn number 4. This is the way they're going to go. Inside row number 1, that's the 18W of Scott Webb. Outside him will be Nick Webb in the number 27W. Row number 2 to the inside, that's Jordan McCready in the number 9. And on the outside, that'll be the 93 of Ryan Bartlett. Row number 3 to the inside, the R70 of Ryan Arbuthnot will be on the bottom of the racetrack. Outside him, that'll be the number 9 of Billy Dunn. Inside row number 4, that'll be the 57 of Riley Gill. Outside will be the 51 of Brady Gill. And then inside your next row will be the 17 of Danny O'Brien. On the outside will be the Luke Stewart, number 19. These guys all in line over there, and he's going to come right up to the back of the Modifieds. He will drive off the speedway to the top side as we get ready to take the green. 25 laps will be the distance. One more time, they work off turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. Modified racing. Webb's going to lead him off turn number 2. He'll take him down the backstretch. The number 9 of Jordan McCready settles into the second spot as he'll slide underneath Nick Webb in the number 27. They'll go through turn number 3 and 4. Webb to the outside of the speedway. Billy Dunn comes all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack as they work off turn number 4. Racing down in front, Ryan Arbuthnot looks right at the back bumper of Billy Dunn's number 9 machine as they work out into turn number 2. Back up front, Scott Webb trying to lengthen his lead out in front of the field. They swing into turn number 3 and 4. Back out front, Scott Webb running a 20.448 seconds. 20.448 that first time around for the 18W of Scott Webb. He'll pick it up a little bit this time. 20.07 on your leader. 20.07 seconds on your leader. Scott Webb as he'll take him down to turn number 3 and 4. One car slow, turn number 2. That is Nick Webb's number 27W as he rolls through turn number 2. Doesn't look like he's going to clear the racetrack, so the caution flag will wave. Caution flag is going to come out for the number 27W of Nick Webb. Webb slowed over off turn number 2, rolled down the backstretch, and now will make that hard right-hand turn back into the pit area very quickly. Everybody right where they belong. Billy Dunn, your points leader with 620 points. Jordan McCready, 606. Ryan Arbuthnot, 594. Scott Webb, 554, tied with Ryan Bartlett at 554. Nick Webb has 552. Riley Gill, 438. Tyler Meeks, 418. Danny O'Brien, 409. And Brady Gill, 380, rounds out the top 10. We get ready to go back to racing action. Your leader has lane choice. Scott Webb goes to the inside of the speedway in the 18W. He's going to pound the throttle right there between turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is back in the air. Webb up to the top side of the racetrack. Billy Dunn got underneath the number 9 of Jordan McCready, but McCready able to get right back to the outside, but Dunn comes right back to the bottom. He'll take over spot number 2. Webb's going to bring him through turn number 3 and 4 out in front of the field. He'll drift off the middle part of the speedway, comes up towards the wall. Here comes Ryan Arbuthnot sliding a nose underneath Jordan McCready. Arbuthnot's still going to get side by side. They'll go to turn number 2. McCready able to hold it off this time, but Arbuthnot's going to drive by as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. So heading towards the front of the field, here comes Webb again, bringing him off the top of turn number 4, racing down the front stretch. Webb followed by Billy Dunn. There goes Ryan Arbuthnot. He's able to get out in front of Jordan McCready. McCready turns it underneath him over in turn number 2. Can't get alongside. They'll exit turn number 2 down the backstretch. Billy Dunn about 2 car lengths back from Scott Webb now. Chases him into turn number 3 and 4. Webb all the way up to the top side of the racetrack. Dunn trying to get within striking distance as they come down into turn number 1 and 2. This time Dunn tries to square it off to the inside. Ryan Arbuthnot watching this battle about 3 car lengths off his nose right now as they go down into turn number 3 and 4. Arbuthnot ready to pounce now as he'll head towards the front of the field. Again, Webb tries to square it off, lets it drift up the hill just a little bit. Got the back end around sideways, slowed him down for just a second. Dunn able to close that gap, but Webb doing a great job keeping his race car right in the middle of the speedway. Dunn not able to get around him. Ryan Arbuthnot looking to take advantage now. He'll come racing up to the back bumper of Billy Dunn. Dunn switches lanes over in turn number 3 and 4. Dunn comes to the bottom. Look at Ryan Arbuthnot come racing right up. 3 cars nose to tail down the front stretch. Down to turn 1, 2. Dunn gets alongside again. Scott Webb says, no, thank you. I don't want any part. He'll drive away down the backstretch. They'll head towards turn number 3 and 4 again. Dunn squares it off to the bottom of the racetrack. Webb brings it down the hill. Ryan Arbuthnot's right there waiting to take advantage as they come racing down the front stretch. Side by side, they'll go to turn number 1 and 2. Dunn able to get underneath them. Webb goes up the hill. Now Webb comes racing right back, switches lanes midway down the backstretch. Scott Webb right back on the yellow is out on the speedway. Yellow flag coming out just as Scott Webb had made the move off the bottom of turn number 2 to get back underneath Billy Dunn. So the caution flag will wave. Billy Dunn is your leader, I believe. I'll have to go back to check out the official score. And my apologies, caution was out. So Scott Webb remains your leader in the 18W. Again, we got to thank Chris Marcinko, Northern New York Racing Connection, for providing our video here in the tower here this evening. Don't forget, check out his Facebook page during the week, or go to, you can check him out on YouTube. I think you can find a lot of his videos. That's Chris Marcinko, Northern New York Racing Connections. He uploads all the racing action from here from Can-Am absolutely free. So thank you to Chris for providing that service. Off the outside of turn number 4, Billy Dunn charges down the front stretch. Webb able to hold him off as they go down to turn number 1 and 2. Webb goes up the hill right in front of Dunn. Dunn tried to get underneath them. They switch lanes midway down the backstretch. Billy Dunn goes to the inside of the racetrack. Webb to the outside. Webb turns it around right to the middle of the speedway. Dunn down the bottom. Webb goes up the hill. Dunn's going to have the advantage. They race off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Billy Dunn is going to have the lead. They work off turn number 4, racing down the front stretch. Billy Dunn out about 8 car lengths now in front of Scott Webb. Here comes Jordan McCready to the inside of the racetrack. He's got the pocket rocket. Danny O'Brien on the outside as they swing into turn number 3 and 4. Ryan Arbuthnot got shuffled back through some of the traffic in the R70 machine, but Arbuthnot right back to the whip again. He'll drive inside Danny O'Brien as they go to turn number 3 and 4. O'Brien tries to square it off to the inside as they work off turn number 4, racing down the front stretch. Webb holding on to the number 2 spot. Danny O'Brien all the way up to the 3rd position in the number 17D out of Kingston, Ontario, Canada. He'll race off turn number 2. The Jordan McCready, number 9, slow to the inside of the speedway. As Ryan Arbuthnot races right back to the outside. Cross flags will be out as they work off turn number 4, come racing down the front stretch. Webb trying to hold on to the number 2 spot. They go to turn number 3 and 4. Webb goes up the hill, opens the door to the inside. 1 car slow over on the backstretch. That is Riley Gill, got off the racing surface. He'll get it gathered back up. The pocket rocket, Danny O'Brien, trying to get inside of Scott Webb as they work off turn number 4. He'll get a nose alongside. Can't get up underneath them as they go down to turn number 1 and 2. Webb able to hold them off. O'Brien all the way to the outside of the racetrack, skips over the berm, and that's going to allow Ryan Arbuthnot to get underneath them. But now a rocket down the backstretch once again. He'll race for the 3rd spot with Ryan Arbuthnot. Back up front, Billy Dunn has said goodbye to the field. He'll work off turn number 4. Comes racing down the front stretch. Scott Webb who led the early portions of this race. Trying to hold on to the number 2 spot right now. Ryan Arbuthnot hangs on to that 3rd position as Danny O'Brien gets shuffled back one more spot. Here comes Jordan McCready back to the whip again in that number 9 machine as they head to turn number 3 and 4. Ryan Bartlett, the next car in line as we swing through turn number 4. Then it's the Gill brothers side by side off turn number 4. Brady Gill coming up. Riley Gill chasing him. Luke Stewart, the car behind them as they head down to turn number 1 and 2. Working off turn number 4 down in front. The best battle seems to be for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now as they come racing down in front. Ryan Arbuthnot now going to throw the move to the inside. The R70 gets underneath the 18W Scott Webb. They switch lanes. Webb's going to get a run off the backstretch down and back, but Ryan Arbuthnot able to hold off the challenge. He'll hold on to the number 2 position. They work down to turn number 3 and 4. Arbuthnot now up to the number 2 spot. He'll be followed by Webb back to 3rd. Danny O'Brien holds on to the 4th spot, followed by Jordan McCready, and then Ryan Bartlett, number 93, followed by Riley Gill. Brady Gill. They head to turn number 2. Down the backstretch, that battle will continue as now the number R70 of Ryan Arbuthnot has cleared into that 2nd spot. He is flying around the speedway. Arbuthnot running about 0.2 of a second faster than Billy Dunn, but with only a handful of laps to go. He's going to run out of real estate here. They work down into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be done. Bring him off the front stretch. 5 fingers up, 5 more laps to go. Ryan Arbuthnot trying to close that gap, doing everything he can to reel in your leader. Danny O'Brien continues to hold on to that 3rd position, followed by the number 18 of Scott Webb and the number 9 of Jordan McCready in a good battle mid-pack now as they work mid down the backstretch. Ryan Bartlett trying to close that gap on the battle as he tries to pull away from the Gill brothers down to the turn 3 and 4. Brady Gill trying to hold on to the next spot, followed by Riley Gill as they head to turn number 3 and 4. Well, under 5 laps to go, and Ryan Arbuthnot dying out there. He's trying to find anything he can do to get up towards the front of the field, praying for a caution. Right now, the only way I think Ryan Arbuthnot's going to catch Billy Dunn is to have that caution come out as they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch, followed by the number 17 of Danny O'Brien as he gets up to 3rd. Parallel sticks are coming out when they come to the line. Just 1 more mile to go. Billy Dunn down to turn number 1 and 2. Ryan Arbuthnot about a half a straightaway, almost a straightaway back now as they'll go midway down the backstretch, followed by the number 17 of Danny O'Brien, the 18 of Webb, and the number 9 of Jordan McCready as they work off turn number 2. Ryan Bartlett followed by Brady Gill, and Riley Gill are midway down the backstretch. White flag is waving as your leader came to the line. Just 1 more trip around the speedway. So Billy Dunn, your points leader, coming into tonight's racing action. The RLM Motorsports number 9 works off turn number 2 and 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flags are waving. Billy Dunn is going to score the win. He'll be followed to the line by Ryan Arbuthnot. Arbuthnot going to finish the number 2 spot. He'll be followed by the Pocket Rocket, Danny O'Brien. It'll be Scott Webb holding on to the number 4 spot. Jordan McCready will be 5th. Ryan Bartlett 6th. 7th will be Brady Gill. He'll be followed by Riley Gill. And then the number 19 of Luke Stewart, the 28 of Tyler Meeks, and will round out the field.
We're back to Victory Lane once again here in the Whitesville Plow Shop. 358 Dirt Car Modified feature here this evening, number 9 of Billy Dunn, having a word with one of our flaggers here, getting ready to climb out on the back side of the RLM Motorsports ride. He's got the belts off inside, the helmet is off already, getting the head restraint device unstrapped and off, and a lot of stuff to take off inside the race car. Get the one-way radios coming out of his ears now as we get ready to climb out on the backside again, having a word, probably talking about the racetrack here tonight. As he gets ready to climb on the backside, put your hands together. Your modified winner, here's Billy Dunn. Billy, congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. Nice run out there tonight.
Yeah, that track came around really, really nice. It was pretty fast early, and I wasn't sure how much passing there was going to be, but just made the best of the starts. And Scott was really good there at the beginning, but I seen he started to hang a little bit off the corner. I'm like, I think if I can just get a good run on him, I'll get him.
Yeah, you got a great restart there to take advantage on that, and like you said, you worked on the outside of him, but then you brought the car right back to the bottom again.
Yeah, there was a really good bombing and top here. They did a really nice job on this track tonight, and just we missed a little bit 2 weeks ago, kind of dialed ourselves out, and hopefully we got it back to square.
People want to thank Bill.
Most of my team, RLM Motorsports, and the guys, they worked their butts off, and they're my crew for my other car too, and couldn't do without them. Integra Racing Shocks, number one speed equipment, Big Now Racing Products, Engine Research, and there's a whole bunch of sponsors on this car.
Yeah, and you guys are at that point in the season right now. You're racing almost every night of the week.
Yeah, we've been on a pretty good stretch here ever since the first week of July, and we got 3 races this weekend, 4 or 5 next week. So it's nice to start off this run with a win.
All right, congratulations, Billy Dunn. Back to victory lane, came in as your points leader here tonight. He's going to extend that lead here in the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 modified win here this evening. Sportsman cars are lined up on top of turn number 4.